You gonna do as I say? You sure? You're not gonna, run away, or you're not gonna attack me or anything, right? Because if you do, I will skin you in about 30 goddamn fucking seconds. Do you understand me?
Welcome to Bad Samaritan Movie Review.
Welcome, everybody. Oh, and,
let's wrap that nice puppy up.
No, we're not gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna keep it just so you can be a good boy.
Oh, God.
Yes, I was very interested in checking this film out. I did like the trailer a lot, and unfortunately, this thing hasn't really gotten promoted all that much, honestly. Really, it hasn't.
No marketing.
No marketing whatsoever. Of course, you got to admit that, of course, a lot of big movies are out now, so, of course, it's not going to get the type of love maybe it should. But, where do you want to start, sir, with Bad Samaritan?
Well, what I'll tell you is this is definitely, I'm a little tired tonight, people. It's a cat and mouse movie. There's, this guy who he wants to control people, and his way of doing it is very sick. So it's a cat and mouse game, and only one person the other guy is skilled enough to, I guess, play the game. It's not a game he wants to play, because a lot of people get hurt and killed, but he's a worthy adversary, and I think it shows one thing I don't like. I don't think anybody would be this dedicated to a stranger, especially the guy's background story that you see. I don't think he would just be this dedicated to save a stranger, and basically people in his life are getting killed and hurt all for this stranger. That was a little far-fetched for me, but the point being is the main guy in the movie is creepy, and his life is being messed up because he can't get away with his little game. And now he's getting back at the other guy.
Well, look, this kid, and look, he is a kid. Yes, he's probably
22, 23.
Yeah, in his early 20s, and he's this sort of starving artist. He's, I do my photography, but I don't really want to get a job and be the man because, I hate the man.
But yet he'll break the law and be a thief.
But yet he'll break the law and be the thief and everything like that. And they end up messing with the wrong dude. And basically just hell breaks loose from there. And you want to know what? I'll first of all say this. I think the acting is really good in the movie.
I think the acting is
really solid.
Marvelous.
In the movie. Really solid in the movie. I will say this much. Look, I think David Tennant is awesome in this movie.
I agree.
David Tennant, of course, you guys know him probably from Doctor Who, but he was also in season 1 of Jessica Jones, and he's done a lot of really great stuff. He was also in Harry Potter as well.
What was he in Harry Potter? That's what I remember.
Ooh, he was towards, I think, one of the last Harry Potter films. He played, I think, one of the dark...
he did. He played one of the, what are they called? Dark Wizards.
Wizards or something like that, yeah.
Death Eaters.
Yes,
he was one of the Baltimore Death Eaters. Yes. That's where I remember him from.
Yes.
I knew I remembered him from somewhere.
Yes.
He's a great actor.
He's a great actor. He's an awesome actor. And you know what? In my mind, look, I think that he plays this pitch perfect of a guy who's very... self-centered, but also somebody who, look, he needs to get his way. If he don't get his way, then he's pissed.
Mm-hmm.
And he just plays it fantastic. All the actors, like I said, do that. But you know what? Look, I will say this much: it was hard for me to root for the 20-something-year-old guy because, again, when you're stealing stuff and when you're this sort of like I'm better than everybody else type of personality that he was having, I'm like, okay, yeah, even though you're the nice guy and you want to help out and you want to try to take this guy down, oh man, you just, to me, to me, and maybe it's my sort of, sick sort of way of being, but I kind of wanted the bad guy to win.
Well,
I'm not gonna lie. I mean,
in real life, the bad guy would have won because you got to understand, the good guy, or so-called good guy, he's 23. The bad guy's 40. Computer expert.
oh yeah.
Expert with cars, expert, his whole house is armed, cameras. He really knows how to manipulate people. I mean, even the girl he captured, she really was very obedient. She was putting a collar around her neck without being told to do so. She was locked in her own cage.
Yes.
So the thing is, he was so powerful and so manipulative, and he had so much control. He knew what this guy was doing. He had trackers in the guy's car. He knew every step of the way. So, I mean, he made a few mistakes, but what's unrealistic, if he's as good as he was, and he got away with this in many other parts of the country, the FBI even said he got away with this in 5 of the states.
Yeah.
Why couldn't he get away with it this time? Because of luck. This guy had so much luck. It was not skill. He was just luck. The good guy had luck.
It was literally sheer luck. And that's another problem, I think, for me, is that there's a lot of convenience in just the sheer luck of everything, right? It's just the idea of like, okay, well, I guess it's just lucky that he has this. I guess it's just lucky that he comes upon, this pair of bolt cutters or something like that. I mean, again, a lot of plot convenience, which I think is a small issue that I have with the movie as well.
I would agree there.
Yeah, I mean, that's it with that part. But I will say, I mean, there's moments where the film is incredibly clever, especially with the David Tennant character. He's incredibly just resourceful, and the technology he has is amazing. And also the idea that, look, this guy, as you said, he's been doing this for a really long time. He knows what he's doing. He's skilled in it, and he's had no one need to really challenge him.
They knew. The thing is, they had a case at the FBI, a cold case. But they never knew who he was. They knew he was a trust fund baby, and that's about as all. I mean, there was a part in the movie where it says, you're talking about a 40-year-old middle-aged man that's white. That's about 40 million men. I mean, they really had no idea. So this kid got extremely lucky, walked in at the right time, took the pictures. I think what it did show, it wasn't just luck. Because the kid was a photographer, he was very good at using phones and cameras and very good at photography software, and that's what really helped him.
But you want to know what I even loved even more just about the David Tennant character there is the idea that, okay, this guy gets into your life. Like, this guy, he even had the phone call with the guy saying, you know why you're not in prison? You're in my prison.
Exactly. He destroyed not only this kid's life, he went after the kid's girlfriend.
Yeah.
He got the kid's father to lose his job.
Yeah.
I don't even know how he set that up. And I'm not going to tell you details. Got the mother to lose her job.
Yeah.
Killed, well, I'm
spoilers.
But, the best friend, something bad happened to him. I mean, he really wanted to destroy every aspect of this guy's life. And it's going to be really hard for this 23-year-old to explain to his girlfriend, by the way, I not only a thief and broke into this guy's house and basically crippled you for the rest of your life. Can you forgive me? None of what I didn't mean it. Of course, why she said go away. She probably believed him, but he's the one who got her involved.
Let me tell you something right now. Even at the end of the movie, right? That kid, he's never gonna have a good life again. His parents, they've pretty much practically lost their jobs. The girlfriend probably is never gonna ever speak to him literally again. She's basically in hospice care for a very long time.
And look what happened to the best friend.
The best friend, maybe this movie, the right way to say it should be mind your own fucking business. Maybe. Look, I mean, and again,
but the thing is, because he was a thief, he got into the trouble. Imagine if he never robbed the house and I mean, it's a good thing that he did discover the guy and he did save the girl and basically, they brought the guy to justice. But imagine if he never robbed the house. Imagine if he never opened that door. There's lots of money in that door. Most people would say, there's a big lock on the door. Stay away from that room. Stay away.
Yes, stay away
from that room. And the fact that he opened that door.
I mean, look, we encounter people we don't know, strangers, every single day. And, you know, I'm not going to lie. Look, I could be encountering somebody that
You know what they say? Out of every 100 people you walk past, one of them has either murdered somebody, assaulted somebody, or has committed some type of crime.
Really?
Out of every 100 people, they have committed some type of crime, be it rape, be it robbery, be it murder, be it they have committed some type of crime.
Oh, okay.
Just because they're not in jail doesn't mean they didn't commit a crime.
Okay, true. That's okay.
And I'm not
that's
just
a good
talking
point.
big crimes, but I'm saying they could have stole something, they could have robbed something, they could have identity theft. You walk past, out of every 100 people, one of them is a criminal.
Damn.
So you don't know.
No, you don't know. But again, you know, the thing about it for me is like, again, how would I be in this situation? Would I just walk away? I probably, honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'd probably walk away. I really would, because again, like, I don't know if I want to get caught up in this. I don't know what this guy's gonna do to me if he catches me or finds out. And this guy is thorough. He gets home, and even though everything seems normal, he's looking for the littlest thing, like on the bed, when the bed is a little wrinkled up and everything.
Most people wouldn't notice that, but you know what? He had OCD.
He did have OCD, and that's the thing.
Because when the cop came by, his cop says, you're missing something, and then he had to adjust something.
Yes.
You know, his house was perfectly clean. And you know what they say? A lot of psychopaths, sociopaths are OCD. You know, they're perfect. You even see the movie when he's trying to break the horse, he couldn't do it, and he kept doing it and doing it and doing it. When he couldn't do it, look what happened to the horse.
The horse, exactly. I mean, he's just a very thorough guy. The OCD was something in his favor. And, I mean, again, I thought the movie was very clever in the way things were done, the way that he ended up infiltrating this kid's life. And, you know, again, not really major spoilers, but my thing about it is, like, I wanted the bad guy to win.
True, and the bad guy was toying with him. He didn't want to kill him. Even near the end, he didn't want to kill him. He wanted to purposely destroy every aspect of his life. His girlfriend, his best friend, his parents.
Yes.
Because there was a point where he broke into the kid's house. He had a chance to shoot him. There's another point in the movie. He had several chances, the bad guy, to kill this 23. Several chances to kill him. Even near the end of the movie, he didn't want to kill him. He said he wanted, you're going to be guilty for this crime, not me.
He went out of his way to be like, look, I'm
better than you.
I'm better than you. I've written a letter, basically, you know, confession-wise, you know, that you did and everything.
Spoiler alert
and everything. But the one thing I hate, and at the end of the movie they did this, and I think I said it in another review, was that he had to fucking monologue at the end. He had to fucking like monologue and talk to the kid, and eventually that's what burned him. You know, he had
that's what a lot of bad guys are guilty.
Talking.
That's what they're guilty.
And I'm like,
no, the monologuing. I don't think that was bad, because I mean he was tied up. He couldn't do anything.
Well, yeah, but of course,
what was really suspicious is what happened to the girl at the end of the movie.
Yeah,
I mean that couldn't happen. Boom. I mean, the fact that, I mean, let's face it.
Okay, yeah, I mean,
that part couldn't have happened in real life.
Yeah, I mean, you are right. I mean, I guess so. It's just,
the monologue, he should have just killed him, but then he couldn't have got it. He didn't. He wanted to keep continuing crimes and blame this kid. He wanted not just this crime, he wanted all his previous crimes
all the previous
blamed on this kid so that he can move to Canada and could do this in another country. And he's a trust fund, but so he has $1 billion.
The money.
He could do it and do it all over again. So if he was so close to framing this kid.
Yes, and again, so close, but still yet so far away, because, you know, he's got
it's a movie.
He's got to say his evil plan. you know, and I will say this, the movie is directed by Dean Devlin, and this guy, this really shocks me that he directed this, because he directed last year's Geostorm.
Which I know you're a little pessimist about that movie, but I thought Geostorm was a good movie. I only saw the second half of Geostorm, and I thought it was a pretty damn good movie.
It's not bad. Of course, he ended up producing a lot of Roland Emmerich films, Independence Day, Resurgence.
Which I loved Independence Day. You didn't like Resurgence, I know.
Resurgence.
No, I loved Resurgence, but I mean, the fact that he picked big movies. Geostorm was an epic movie.
A big movie.
Independence, this was really like... You almost want to say it's like a Sundance movie, kind of.
Yeah, this is a smaller movie. This ain't a big
Sundance,
movie.
you know, small.
Yeah.
This was a small budget, not big marketing movie. Yeah, I think it's going to be popular in the movies because I think this is catching on. This is really...
I think, like I said, you got big movies like Avengers coming out, and you got other big stuff for the summer, but this is a nice little small sort of suspense thriller that has moments of Hitchcock in it a little bit. I think it's pretty damn interesting.
And the thing is, yeah, there was some blood and there was killing, but I like the surprise factor. You know, there's a lot of, he pops up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
That's definitely Hitchcock, pops up. And that, I jumped out of my seat when he popped up right beyond, I'm like, holy shit, like,
yeah,
stop,
like,
yeah.
Whoa,
it's scary, you know, that little pop up.
It's really, like I said, I really think the movie has a lot of really great points in it. There's other moments where you're like thinking to yourself, oh man, plot convenience and geez, this and this, but I mean, again, it doesn't take away from the overall effect of the film. But I mean, what are your final thoughts and grade rating on Bad Samaritan, sir?
You know what we didn't talk about? The scenery, which I definitely liked.
What, the wintry scenery?
But there's one point to the movie where you could tell money means nothing to this man. I will say, spoiler alert here.
Okay.
He has a house that's probably $1 million house.
Oh yeah, it's gorgeous. Gorgeous.
Spoiler alert, he blows up the house.
Yeah, he blows it up.
This is how you could tell. This man is so concentrated on murder, he's worth $1 billion. He doesn't care about money. And when you're a psychopath and you have money and you don't care about money, those are the craziest motherfuckers around. But really crazy. They have money, and I wish I had $1 million house that I can blow up just for the fun of it.
Let me tell you something. I can't even burn a fucking dollar. Okay,
exactly.
You wanna know what?
Exactly. I ripped $1.50 before. I taped that shit back together, and I was like, "Can you please take it? I need a soda." But the fact that he could do that, I thought was pretty cool. I thought the scenery, the richness compared to the poorness. You see the guy with the very poor house living in a rich house. Yeah, I think it's also rich versus poor in this movie. The thief versus the rich guy.
I think so too.
We didn't talk about that. The rich versus the poor.
And
the poor actually won.
Poor actually won in this case, yes.
But usually they don't. Usually the rich win. So I think you saw that rich versus poor. That I liked. I said the scenery, the acting, the directing I thought was great. The plot convenience kind of annoyed me a little bit. I'd have to give it a B.
A B?
Definitely worth seeing in the movies. I would say this is a good movie to see before you're seeing all these epic big movies. Good movie to see in the movies. A B.
I will say this much for me. You know, look, I think David Tennant is awesome in this movie, and if there's one reason to go, it's definitely to see him in this role, because he kills it. I think it has really nice Hitchcockian thriller moments in there. I like a lot of the stuff with the characters interacting and the stalking and everything like that. I like the atmosphere in it. It's really good. The scenery, as you said, is really well done as well. I think a lot of it's really good. Plot convenience takes things away as well. And, you know, again, I didn't really love the ending. I wish it would have been slightly different in my eyes. But overall, it is definitely, I think, at least worth a watch. And so I'll give it a low B minus.
Okay, so we're pretty good.
So we're pretty close. But, yeah, so I
definitely
mean,
a movie worth seeing in the movie theaters. This is... you know, especially if you have Movie Pass, this is a nice little movie to see. I definitely say see it at the nighttime. This is better in the nighttime than daytime.
Yeah, it's better in nighttime than
some movies you can see in the daytime. This is a movie that definitely see at the nighttime. It get the blood rushing.
Absolutely. So in the meantime there, put this back on, will you, please? Because yeah, thank you. Guys, look, I gotta do some, household cleaning with this dude here, because, you know, sometimes he doesn't agree with me on movies, and it's getting me really pissed off now. So, yeah. It's going to be a good night tonight. But I hope you guys enjoyed the review. If you did, definitely give it a thumbs up. And, well, I'll be back. Not sure about you, but, yeah. Have a good one, guys. Bye.